Do you believe in magic? Sup. My name is Ryu for the TheYugiohCouncil. The reason I made that reference is because of Magic Planter in a deck. This is the YCS Charleston. I can't say Charleston to save my ass. It went 10-0 in Swiss, and I want to really talk about Volcanics. Now, I'm not the most professional guy on Volcanics. I don't completely buy into hype decks. No offense. This guy made a great deck, saw the rogue potential, and ran with it. We're going to talk about today on the next meta, Volcanics hype or truly meta. Pretty much that's what we're going to be calling this video. Now let's do a quick breakdown of this deck, and then we will go into the reasons why it topped and the things. And there, right on the side there, right on your right hand side, there is a deck list. You can see it throughout the video to make it easy for you if you want to net deck this. Now this is just my way of being able to talk a little bit about meta, while also keeping everyone happy. Let's put it that way. Some people don't like meta. I respect it. So this guy was running, I hate saying guy. There you go. There's the name right there, okay? Congratulations. I don't want to butcher names like I butchered Charleston. Alright, so we have 1 Blaster, 3 Royal Firestorm Guards, which are up over here for your viewing pleasure. And then we have 2 Summoner Monk, 1 Counter, 3 Volcanic Rockets, 3 Volcanic Scatter Shots, 1 Volcanic Shell, and before we go any further here, wait, is that 3 Volcanic Shells, sorry. I just like to thank Yu-Gi-Oh! Edition Singapore for posting this out. You can like their Facebook page at facebook.com/Yu-Gi-Oh! Edition Singapore, just so we're clear there. Now on to spells. 1 Foolish, 2 Magic Planter, 3 MST, 3 Pod Duality, 1 Snatch Steal, 1 Wildfire. So, no Raigeki. I cannot easily understand why. Plenty of destruction throughout the deck, so you don't really need Raigeki in that sense. And then spells, spells, call them spells. Traps were Blaze Accelerator Reload, which is this here, the 3 of them. 3 Phoenix Chain, 1 Phoenix Wind Blast, 3 Reckless Greed, and 3 Vanity's Emptiness. Vanity's Emptiness is like in everything that's going to be taught recently. So let's do a quick analysis of this, and then we'll go straight into basically why I think they're just people are hyping it up. You get a great player like this that comes up with something that's just not seen in the meta. He sees potential in Rogue, goes, I'm gonna just go there and play, goes 10-0 in Swiss because no one's siding for it, no one's really ready for it, and then this happens. Then you're gonna get a lot of people going, oh my god, I want to play the deck because of that. The people who already played the deck, I'm not calling you out like that. There's nothing wrong with wanting to play a deck. Let me just say that much. I don't want to offend anyone when I say that, because people just take everything you say the wrong way. Let's talk about the side deck. 3 Maxi, very, very, very good. I changed my stance on calling it bad originally to a friend of mine. In all seriousness, Maxi is just great right now because of all the special summoning. When you can't get to those vanity somethings, this allows him to get to his side cards. 1 Volcanic Counter. He's got 1 main, but just a little more damage to put in. So I like that. 3 Fairy Wind. Cleaforts. Imperial Iron Wall, I talked about this on Guide to Your Side. That's mainly for Infraroids, if I'm not mistaken. 2 Light Imprisoned Mirror, most likely for Stat Knights. 2 Mind Crush, pretty good for Stat Knights and about every other deck out there. And 2 Ojama Trio, I think it's pretty easy to understand. Mind Crush also works really good against heroes. But see, the problem is against heroes, and I'm not saying this because I play heroes. If you play Hero Lives and you get the Shadow Mist, you go for the search, they flip up Mind Crush, you could chain you could chain the Mass Change onto the Shadow Mist and go for the Dark Claw. But it's still a great option. It forces him into it. And then obviously he could just destroy it because of everything in his deck. Let's talk about that extra deck. 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Castel, 1 Dagastro Emerald. Recycling. 1 Dark Rebellion Exceed Dragon, really good push. 1 Dire Wolf, more destruction. 1 Downward Magician. 1 Exciton Knight, 1 Gaia Cowboy, 1 Level Chain, 1 Ragnar Zero, 1 Utopia, 1 Black Ship, 1 Heart Landraco, 1 Utopia Ray, and 1 Sealstorm Roach. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you could bring Downward Magician out another way than the typical way most people use it. I believe you can just bring it out by level 4s. So that is something else there. There's also a YouTube link, I believe that's for Vexicus's video. I can always post it down there if anyone wants me to post it to his video. But I'm doing the discussion video, not the deck profile. Let me just say that much. The first part is the breakdown of the deck. The second part is the reason why it topped, and then basically what I think Volcanics are at right now. I think honestly, in all seriousness, this is great put together. He looked at the meta, said, "This is what I'm going against. This is what I'm probably going, possibly going against, and let me play all these cards." Ragnar Zero is actually really good against Noble Knights, believe it or not. Some people will play Noble Knights as a rogue factor, high tier 2 stuff. They just suffer from really bad matchups. But this guy went in knowing what he was doing, gave his deck plenty of speed, had the consistency through power duality, didn't really have to worry about, you know, special summoning as much as everything else. He's got that snatch steal. Raigeki. No, Raigeki was a great call. Oh. No, Raigeki was a great call because the problem with Raigeki, and I said this before with the hero deck profile, is that there's so many floaters right now that Raigeki is just, it's not awful. And the other thing is too, to take away from this, is he's got about 4 or 5 cards that do Raigeki for him, so you don't really need it. It's just not really needed. The Daigasso Amarel, because the deck needs a recycling to a point. The Royal Firestorm Guards do it, but having the double ability to do it seems like a great thing. Magic Planter, because of all the continuous traps. I feel like he went with a great choice that a lot of people wouldn't see coming, and that's something that a lot of people seem to forget nowadays, is that if you take a deck that no one knows about or is not expecting, you could pretty much just take everyone by surprise factor, and they won't see it coming. And that's what I think he did, and he was great for doing that, in all seriousness. And I give him props for that, because it's not every day that you're going to go 10-0 in Swiss using freaking Volcanics. I mean, no offense to anyone, if someone came up to me and challenged me to a game and started playing Volcanics against me, I'm going to know what to do pretty much in this situation now, because I've seen it, talked about so much. I know what they have planned. The extra deck, I don't want them making that, the extra deck. In all seriousness, Flying Sea, I mean it's Flying Sea, not Shining Sea, I get them confused. I have him in front of me though. You play him, no exceeds for you, because you don't have rank 3s in there, and just, that's one problem out of the way. The other is make a Stardust and just sit on it. No destruction for you. But otherwise than that, I don't believe a lot of people in the tournament were actually playing things like Stardust or, even Starlight Road or Huge Revolution's over. I like Huge Revolution's over as a better tech. That blaster, though, that blaster, just spot removal for days. Max C to get to stuff. Reckless Greed to draw more. Pod Duality, consistency boost. Magic Planter, more draw. Foolish Barrier, a little more speed because of the shells. Had plenty of speed, plenty of aggressiveness. Could play super aggressive, or you could just control the game and then just slow poke. And that's why it was such a great decision for him to use it. Well, at least in my eyes. Again, I'm not the most skilled with Volcanics. I still, just dipping my feet into them for you guys eventually. But that extra deck, he broke down pretty much everything that he would be going against. Like, Abyss Dweller is just so good right now. I personally side Abyss Dweller in half my things because I like running other things, just me being me. Steel Swarm Roach is the one thing I can't really figure out in his side because Cleave Warts are not really hit by it. They're more tribute based, and Steel Swarm's not going to stop that, but could have just been for random rogues, you know what I mean? I mean, maybe I'm not looking at it the right way kind of thing. You can only look at it from what you can see, not from the eye of the beholder kind of thing. That one tech, Phoenix Wind Blast, is pretty nifty too, though. But, it's just that surprise rogue factor. I don't believe the deck is meta yet. I believe it's got potential. That's definitely one thing that's been proven. 10-0. I would love to see Konami just say fuck the draft. Everyone plays with the decks they have. I would love to see how far this goes. In that sense, how far it would go into the top tables. How would it go top 16? Would it go top 8? Would it make top 4? Would it make semifinals? Would it just win? That's what I was curious to know, but we'll never really know because of Konami and they're freaking, when we go top 32, we go draft, because draft is just the way we promote our battle packs and no one really likes, so let's be honest here, none of us really like it. I don't want to sound like an asshole, but it's kind of true. We really not a fan of it, and it's just, something we kind of put up with, but I feel like I ramble enough. what's your take on this, guys? Is it meta, or is it rogue, or is it just a surprise factor that took everyone by surprise? Are you a Volcanic player? Are you happy about this, or you just don't like Volcanics? I know some people don't like Volcanics. It's cool to see those GX era decks though, but everything on his deck just screams consistency. I'm not a fan of Reckless Greed, but even I see why. You know, it's just so good, so good. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section, and I will see you on the next video. I'm ready for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council. Thanks for watching. Until next time, peace.